welcome back to my channel. We're gonna be doing another whip and chat type video. As you can see, I'm almost done with this section of Off to Neverland, and I have actually never worked with ABs before, and I've got 3 colors left before AB is all that's left, so I figured we'd do that together. So go ahead and grab whatever you're working on, or if you're not able to, grab a snack and let's get started. So first I want to work with this color. So what are you guys working on? Let me know. Still working on Off to Neverland. I may have to move this a little. It's a little far away from me. So as you may know, this is my first Diamond Art Club that I have started and ever worked on. And I gotta say, I'm pretty pleased with how it's going. Oh, you can't even see. Let me scoot you over. I'll scoot the painting over. Scoot it. There we go. So this is my first Diamond Art Club, and I'm really happy with how it's going. I'm still working with patty wax. I believe there will be a review of patty wax coming soon. My official review. I know I've already I think I unboxed it. If I have not unboxed it yet, that is coming as well. You will see how very much I struggled while using the patty wax for the first time. But rather than not post that video and not share my failure, I figured I would anyway for a couple reasons. One being, I didn't really see, when I was looking at YouTube videos trying to figure out how to use it for myself, I didn't see anybody struggling. So I thought that it was important to know that there is kind of a way that you have to use it. You can't go into using patty wax the same way that you would use the pink wax. So I decided to leave it in for that reason. It's getting better. The patty wax isn't getting better. I'm getting better at using the patty wax is what's happening. It's trial and error for me at first anyway. I had been using pink wax a certain way and using a certain amount of pressure with pink wax, but you cannot do that with patty wax because you have 2 options. It'll either, oops, that's on the floor now. It'll either get stuck inside of the metal tip if you press too hard, or and you won't be able to get it off. Like, you'll sit there and here, I'll show you. See, it won't even come off now because I pressed too hard. So that is why you have to do trial and error with patty wax. It's a learning curve, because if you go into using patty wax thinking that it's going to be the same as pink wax, you'll be disappointed with the product, because it's not the same as pink wax. And I was under the impression that I could use it in a similar way. So I'm going to give a full detailed review soon. I'm going to give patty wax, I want to say a fair go of it before I decide to post a review, because I want to have an informed opinion rather than a first impressions, which is what will be going up soon if it hasn't gone up already. So that is one, or actually 2 videos I'm working on. Another video that I want to get to eventually is I made my own diamond painting pen. It's very rough, as you can see, but it's my own little diamond painting pen that I made. So I wanted to do a video showing, I'm not sure if I want to do how I made the pen or if I want to do how to make this pen, or if I want to show the pens that I have made. Another video that's in the works is framing the turtle canvas. You guys might be familiar with the turtle canvas from my very first kitting up video. So I have since completed that clearly because I'm ready to frame it. But I had a really neat idea with framing it, so I wanted to do that. It's a couple days in the works. It's gonna take a while. There's many steps to it, and you'll see that soon. Am I done with all of this X here? Yeah, I think that's it. So then I'm gonna move on to these colors up here, and then we'll do the AB, my first go with the AB, and we'll do that one together. I'm excited about that. So, what are you guys doing? How are you doing? Are you distracting yourself? Are you remembering to take care of yourself and remembering that you are only human? So I know when this all started, I was super hard on myself because I was so very unproductive. But I have gotten more productive as I've gotten used to what is now our new normal. Let's see, what else do I have to talk about? HelloFresh is coming, and I'm excited. There's a couple meals. There's teriyaki chicken that I'm looking to try from this box. I like teriyaki chicken, but I usually make it with a specific bottled sauce, so we'll see if I like this kind. I like most teriyaki chicken, so I'm not really worried about it. Let's see what else. Oh, it might be time for some more patty wax in this end. Probably should have filled both ends of my pens before I started filming, but let's see. So those of you who have kids, I'm assuming most of you still have your children home with you. My situation is pretty rare where I sent him away to be with my parents because I work in a hospital. So I thought it was safer. So I'm assuming my situation is on the rare end. So those of you who do have kids, how much work is being assigned? I mean, my son is 7 and he is in 1st grade, and he's not getting a lot of work from his actual teacher, but at the school that my son goes to, they have what's called fine arts. I don't know how it is for everyone, but So in the fine arts, they just now posted in the classroom codes for the fine arts. So he's having to play catch up from all those weeks that the fine arts weren't posted yet. My sister and my mom are helping him with that. But still, that's like a lot of work that he has to play catch up with. They did end up doing where there's no work posted on Fridays, and so Friday's used as a catch-up day, so that's pretty good. And like I said, his actual teacher hasn't posted that much schoolwork. It's just the fine arts that have posted so much because he didn't have the classroom codes for a while. And for a while, when he was with my in-laws, he didn't have Wi-Fi, so he was having to, I was having to do the homework with him on the phone. And so everything that got turned in was turned in by me. And so that was, I don't know, fun for a while, I guess. I don't know if I would consider it fun, but that was a thing that happened. Now he's very smart, so he knows what he's supposed to do, but he's still a kid. So kids like to do that thing where they don't do what they're supposed to do. So you've got to work hard to get him to focus. And not even focus, just stay focused and stay on the task. But I am looking forward to the day that I get to hold my baby again. If you watched my last WIP and chat that I titled a WIP and check-in, I kind of told the reason why, and you know, the reason why it was better because I do work in a hospital, and even though I don't come in contact with patients, that doesn't mean anything. You know, I still have to walk the halls of people who do work with patients, and even though I work in a completely separate room, those people still come into my work area. And you know, it's not even just the patients that you have to be worried about, especially since this thing doesn't really show symptoms for a while. You could have it and not know. So it's not just patients you have to worry about, which is the scary thing. But overall, my hospital is doing temperature checks at the door for employees, and they're also handing out the cheap little masks. Doesn't matter, it's something, you know. And because I work in a different part of the hospital, and I only have to walk a little ways from where I come into my office's front door, I feel that I am, safer. I don't know. I still have to clock in at the same place that everyone else clocks in though, so I don't know. Is that safe or is it lucky or what? I'm not sure, but I am fortunate that I work as close to the front door as I do, because it's less time I have to travel the halls. I'm also not eating any thing from the cafeteria, which is another, I've always done that pretty much. I'm not a fan of hospital food, whether it's like as a patient or as an employee, not a fan. So that's one less worry that I have. Let's see. Because we've been doing HelloFresh, I used to take leftovers to work, and because we've been doing HelloFresh and we buy the portioned meals, so it's 2 portions, one for my fiance and one for myself, there is no leftovers, so I've had to be creative. I had peanut butter sandwiches 2 days, I had ramen noodle soup for 2 days, and then I started buying macaroni bowls. I've had that for 2 days. I just don't want to physically go into a store. I just don't. I just really, really don't. So been being creative, finding ways around that. We've gone a couple times out of necessity, but for the most part, we're trying not to. We went to do the Target pickup, which I think I told you about. And the HelloFresh is helpful. I think we've only actually had to go into a store for cold things. But even so, I'm not going to play around. I'm not going to, you know, browse. When I go into the store, I get what I need and I get out. So, and I don't really think about things like preparing for lunch. I don't really remember about myself sometimes. So I've been having it, like I said, get creative. They're bringing Wendy's. Wendy's is setting up a little booth at my job. I don't know where it is. I've not gone. I don't want to go. Setting up a little booth and giving out food, and I don't want any part in it. I think it's a nice gesture that Wendy's is doing that. But I don't want any part in it. I cannot afford to get sick. Now, I know that people are saying that, oh, it can't survive on hot foods. Guess what? It can't survive on hot foods. But you know what it can survive on? That burger wrapper that you were so excited to tear into that you didn't even wash your hands in between tearing into the burger and putting the burger into your mouth. So no, it can't survive on the hot foods, but it can survive on the packaging, and that's what people are forgetting. All right, now here are the AB drills. This is the first time I'm working with the AB drills. Look at that shine. Very excited. However, I have not yet tried patty wax in them. So let's place the first one and see what happens. Looks fine. I was worried because some people have said that their AB drills end up getting stuck to the pink wax. And since I'm using super sticky patty wax, I was worried that the super sticky would tear it right off. Glad it doesn't. Wow, look at that. This is so, so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry if I'm going to be quiet for a little while. I'm kind of, I don't know what I am. I'm blown away at this sparkle. I have, wow, that's so beautiful. I've not used these drills before, so forgive me for being completely and utterly blown away by their beauty. I'm sure I've unboxed them, but unboxing them and actually placing them into your pieces, I can't compare it. Very pretty. So I have been looking into getting some more AB drills just to have to substitute in pieces. Do you guys have any recommendations on sites that I could find them? I know that Diamond Dots has some, and I know that there is oh gosh, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. There's another website that sells them. But I want to know what you guys recommend. What do you recommend if I wanted to get my hands on some more? And some different colors. I pre-ordered Into Wonderland by JoJo Arts, which will be my first Mandy Manzano purchase from Diamond Art Club, so that's cool. So I pre-ordered that one when it went up for pre-order. I think it might be sold out. The pre-orders might be sold out at this time. I didn't check before I said anything, sorry. And I know that, I think it was Miss Coffee here on YouTube, Crafting with Miss Crochet and Coffee. I was watching her work on it a little while ago, and she substituted a bunch of drills around the Cheshire Cat for glow-in-the-dark ones. And I thought, oh my gosh, how incredible. What a good idea. So I started looking for glow-in-the-dark drills. I found some, again, by Diamond Dots. But I'm wondering if you have any suggestions. What do you guys suggest? Did I ask what you guys were working on already? If I didn't, please feel free to let me know down below. I know that there's a couple things going on. I can't remember what you guys call them. What are they called? I don't know. When in the reading community on BookTube and stuff, which I don't necessarily belong to, but I used to watch a lot of BookTube when I was reading a lot. They had like readathons. I don't know what they're called here for diamond painting, but there's a bunch of them. One of them's a Mandie Manzano one, Mandie Manzano 2020. So everyone in that participating in that particular one is working on a Mandie Manzano piece. And then there's another one, which is all about doing the monstrous ones, the really, really big ones. I don't know what they're called though. What are they called? If you know, leave it down below. Okay, sorry about that. I'm not really sure how much the angle has changed. HelloFresh just came and I wanted to put it away and break down the cardboard and get it out of my house, because at this point I'm of the mindset that everything I touch and everything I come in contact with has the Rona. And all the people too. So I had to get that taken care of to get it out. And of course disinfected anything that I needed to. So let's see. I don't even remember what I was saying before. I think I was talking about the glow-in-the-dark drills that Crafting with Miss Crochet and Coffee used for Into Wonderland. And I want to know where she got them from. I want to know what the most reputable, in your opinion, glow-in-the-dark drill seller store is, because I want some. You know what I should have done? I should have grabbed the super sticky when I got up. Let me do that real quick. All right, I got it. Okay. I want to get those drills before I start working on the Into Wonderland. But I gotta watch her post-completion video again so I can see where she used them. I will probably put mine in more places, but I want to see how she did it and where she put them. Wow, it's a lot more AB than I thought it was gonna be. Very nice. This is the first AB I've ever worked with, and I know that I unboxed some other colors like this with the AB drills. And I want to know what other colors, and I want to know where, or what other colors there are, rather. I want to keep a log of the ones that I've worked with. Is that weird? Probably. Another thing I want to log is the diamond paintings I complete, but I've already done so many at this point and ordered so many that I would have to start by backlogging them, which could be difficult. So I had to adjust the camera angle and plug it in. I don't know. I'm just really excited and really, I don't know. It's taking this diamond painting and all the ones that I've been doing. It's like, it's very therapeutic for me. It's like, you can't really have your mind spiraling when you're doing this, because it's like you're taking the drill and this one goes here and this one goes here and this one goes here, and you don't have time to think about your anxiety and your depression and all your troubles and things like that. So I've been heavily relying on this. And then the other thing I've been doing is been using Big Brother also. The CBS show Big Brother. I've been watching that. I started at season 7. I don't know how long ago. Probably not that long ago. And I am already I'm at the end of season 14, getting ready to start season 15. And of course I've already watched them all, so it's more like re-watching and re-enjoying, I guess. Re-distracting. Because that's what it is. It's a distraction technique when I'm not watching YouTube videos or diamond painting. And even when I am diamond painting sometimes, but when I don't have anything new to watch on YouTube, or if I don't find anything interesting for me, I will just go ahead and start watching Big Brother. Which, honestly, you can never go wrong with Big Brother, in my opinion. Plus, they make me feel normal. You seen those people freak out on Big Brother? I guess you've seen those people freak out on any reality TV show. They make me feel sane. Is They're completely insane on those shows. But I really like, what do I call it? My fiance always makes fun of me because I like the TV shows where people are stuck in isolation. Like, anybody remember that show? Oh my God, what was it called? Solitary, something like that. It was like where a couple people, I think it was 9 people, go into like these little, they called them pods, and I think it was a Fox show. Oh God, it was from so long ago. But they were in the pods, and they had no one else to talk to. It was only themselves and the computer, whose name was Val. And anything they needed or anything they wanted had to come from Val. And they were competing for, I don't know how much money, but I enjoyed that show. And then another show that I enjoyed recently was on Netflix, The Circle. That was a similar concept, except for they didn't have to get their food and water and bathroom privileges from the computer, Val. They had like a little apartment, and they were competing. I don't know, it must have been money again, because everything is competing for money. Otherwise, I guess, why would you do it, right? They were competing for, like, it was like a social media type experience. And then another show that's good is Love is Blind. They were in a pod and they couldn't see each other, and I like shows like that. And so for Big Brother, they have only themselves and Julie Chen, the host of the show, and occasionally the producers if something happens. And they're only talking to those people, and the only people they see are each other. And so I really love those darn self-isolation shows. Or not self-isolation, just isolation in general. I love me a good isolation plot line in a book too. Cut off from civilization type shows and movies and books. And weirdly enough, that's what's happening right now. We're all kind of cut off. Well, I cut off by accident, but we're all kind of cut off from each other, and the only thing we can do is talk to each other through social media. So we're like already doing the entire plot of those shows and movies and books I like. You know what I realized? I realized that this part right here, I missed this part for a color. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick so I can do only ABs for the last part. I wanted the last colors I put in to be AB because I was excited about them, and having never done them before, it was my plan. But I oopsed because we're human, and that's what we do. Oops, throwing stuff around. There. Done with that one. Now all I have left is ABs. So what are you guys doing to keep yourselves occupied? Are you watching any movies or TV shows? I'll tell you what I want to watch is Neverland, or Peter Pan, sorry. I want to watch Peter Pan while I'm working on this. I think that would be so cute and a nice little treat. Nice little childhood nostalgia for us. I don't know if I told you guys this already or not, but my mom and I actually have, they're not matching, but they're kind of our mother-daughter tattoos of Peter Pan. Mine is the Peter Pan, Wendy, Michael. Oh, I don't remember. Maybe James. It was Wendy and her two brothers and Peter and Tinkerbell flying. And I have it positioned around my knee. And I have the 2 stars, second star to the right, and on till morning. And my mom has it in color. Mine is in black and white because mine is just the silhouette of them traveling. But my mom's is beautiful. Hers is in color. Hers is on her forearm. And if I'm not mistaken, Tinkerbell has written in the sky of her tattoo. I think it's never grow up. I'll have to ask. It's been a while since I've seen my mom. We got them together. A couple years ago, actually. Where's my tweezers? Here they are. I think Austin, my son, was. I don't think he was that old when I got them. I got mine and she got hers, rather. I think he must have been less than 2. Or must have been less than 3 for sure. Because I know I got them here in Florida. But I did live in Maine for a little while, which is something you also may not know about me. I lived in Maine for a year and a half, almost 2 years. In between the time that my son was just about to turn 3 and after having turned 4. I think it was 2015 to 2017. We moved to Maine for my fiance to potentially get a job. It didn't pan out. So our little family, our young family too, like I said, my son was, I don't even think he was 3 at the time. Actually, I know he wasn't 3. I think I know he turned 3 in Maine. And myself and my fiance all moved to Maine. It was an adventure. I look fondly upon my memories of Maine because I made one of the best friends I've ever had in my life. Her name was Sheila. She was 62 when she passed away. She passed away about maybe 6 months after I came back to Florida, and at the time we couldn't afford to fly back for me to say goodbye to her. I was supposed to fly back and hang out with her in the summer, and unfortunately she passed away right after about a couple months after I came back. So I do look fondly upon those times because of Sheila. I mean, this woman was truly incredible. I mean, she was 62, but if you heard her talk, you would think she was like my age. She was the most incredible woman. Because I didn't have my mom in Maine, she called herself my other mother. And she thought of me like the daughter-in-law that she wished her actual daughter-in-law was. And she really loved my son. I was taking some classes, some night classes when I lived there, and she watched him, and I wanted to pay her, and she said, "No, don't you dare. Grandmothers don't get paid. We do it because we love them." And this is a woman that had no blood relation to me at all. And she loved us so much as if we were blood related. And so, because of her, I will always have only fond memories of Maine. I have to get a tattoo for her. We were supposed to get one in the summer. She was gonna get her first tattoo at 62, almost 63 years old. I think we were supposed to get them for her 63rd birthday. And we were gonna get the infinity symbol. And I know that that is so cliche, but that's what she wanted. And it was her first tattoo, and it meant something for us. It, you know, like, because I had already moved away when I was gonna get that with her, it meant, like, you know, that she loved me forever, and she loved Austin forever, and that even though we weren't together forever, for a long time, that she still loved us, and that we meant a lot to her. So I would like to eventually get that tattoo in honor of her, because I obviously can't get it with her. How did I get on that? What was I talking about that led me to talk about Sheila? Oh my gosh, was it? How did I get there? I don't remember. It must not be important. Oh, the first tattoo, that's right. The Peter Pan tattoo. Yeah, we got that before we went to Maine. My goodness. I'm losing my mind, y'all. And that, I believe, is the last drill I have to place for this section. So let me do a slide view real quick. And this is day, oh geez, I think this is day 5. This is 5 days of progress. So, this shouldn't take me more than 3 weeks, right? I think this is just over a quarter, but less than a third. So if I figure that this took me 5 days, and I have 2 more sections like that, and then a little section like maybe this long, so that's 5, 10, 15, we're gonna call it 4 weeks. That's what we'll call it. So I should be done with this one in 4 weeks, which seems crazy to me because I can do a 30 by 40 in 3 days. And this is, I think, quadruple the size of a 30 by 40. So in theory, shouldn't it take me 16 days? Shouldn't it take me 2.5 weeks? Or is the sheer size of it going to be what takes me so long? I don't know. Am I being dramatic? Probably. Okay, I'm gonna cut it off here. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for bearing with my jump cuts because of HelloFresh and picking up things that fell on the floor. I appreciate your time. Be safe, y'all. Bye.